Representative Hamadeh, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As I sit here time and time again, I see my colleagues on the other side always seeming to protect the bureaucracy. And I want to remind everybody that the VA employs over 400,000 employees. And what we're talking about is 1,400. I mean, the 400,000 employees, that's bigger than the United States Navy. I know you all have a tough task ahead of you to make sure that the VA is actually working for the veteran. Going back to the topic at hand, as a veteran and a former prosecutor myself, I understand that oath of office to uphold the Constitution and to protect the communities. But I'm proud to co-lead Chairman Boss' Veterans Second Amendment Protection Act because it's crucial that veterans retain the same constitutional rights we fought to protect. Now, Ms. Murphy, does the VA ever report veterans to NICS before considering any evidence that they may be a danger to themselves or others?
Thank you for that question. Under the current construct, we are not reporting anyone other than those who have been adjudicated under a court order that included that they were a danger to themselves or others. So that is under our current instruction. That is already taken care of by the court.
And when did that happen?
In March of 2024 under the Consolidated Appropriations Act. So that's the authority we're operating under now.
Are you following the Supreme Court's guidelines?
We are following the guidelines of the act.
Now, Ms. Murphy, would the Access Act, by codifying clear access standards and expanding eligibility for substance use and urgent mental health care, help these veterans get the care they deserve?
I'd like to ask Dr. Yande to weigh in on that, please.
Yes, Congressman. We are supportive of the Access Act, and we believe it will improve access to veterans, both on the community care side as well as on the direct care side, in making sure veterans get timely access to substance abuse care and residential treatment programs.
I'm often hear this report or this poll that's by my Democrats colleagues and some at the VA that say that the VA has a 92% trust in the health care that they receive when veterans go there. But that study often is only talking about people who actually went through the VA process or the outpatient. It's a post-outpatient survey. But it doesn't talk about those who never made it through the system. And that's kind of my biggest concern right now when you're talking about mental health and substance use, and they never make it through the system because they find the bureaucracy and the red tape so difficult to go through. And I think that's why the Access Act is going to hopefully resolve some of this. And is that what your opinion is as well?
I would say, Congressman, the Access Act, particularly the RRTP provisions, very clearly delineate the thresholds when we should be referring veterans out. And they would be reducing both the priority threshold from 72 to 48 hours and the non-priority thresholds from 30 to 20 days. And we believe that will improve access to veterans.
And even implementing that already?
We have made a policy decision, and I can't tell you exactly when, to implement the 72-hour threshold and the 30-day threshold. If this act is implemented, we will make some changes to meet that threshold. But we have also already put in some place some processes that allow us to sort of meet the current thresholds, and we'll have to just tweak those if this particular act is passed.
And you're able to currently do that even given the 1,400 people who were dismissed?
I'm not sure I can answer your question in terms of the impacts of those 1,400 individuals. I would just say we are committed to making sure veterans get their timely access. The only thing I would add is that there is an exceptions list that has been submitted, and most of the frontline staff are part of that exception list.
All right, thank you. Chairman, I yield back.